Hey guys, welcome to day 135 of 366. And you know what? I've got to be honest. Uh, some of these days I'm just kind of winging it. And I think you guys can tell which days those are. I just kind of, the teaching might not be relevant to me, and I try and put some enthusiasm in it, but sometimes I'm just kind of blah. And it's not, the magic isn't there, if you will. And some of the days that I feel like it's relevant to my life, or I agree with it, or I really get it, then I seem to be able to ramble on and go on some tangent and tell you guys a story. And other days I can't. But if it isn't relevant to you, that's why I ask that you please share it and pass it on, because it might be relevant to somebody else and it may get them thinking at the time. And there's a lot of good stuff in here, and hopefully it does some good. So anyway, day 135, October 11th. Honesty as our default. How rotten and fraudulent when people say they intend to give it to you straight. What are you up to, dear friend? It shouldn't need your announcement, but will be readily seen as if written on your forehead, heard in the ring of your voice, a flash in your eyes, just as the beloved sees it all in the lover's glance. In short, the straightforward and good person should be like a smelly goat. You know when they are in the room with you. That's from Marcus Aurelius' Meditations. Okay. Now Ryan says, all of us have used phrases like that before. I'm going to be straightforward with you here. I'll be honest. No disrespect, but empty expressions or not, they prompt the question. If you have to preface your remarks with indicators of honesty or directness, then what does that say about everything else you say? If you say you're being honest now, does that mean you usually aren't? What if instead you cultivated a life and reputation in which honesty was as bankable as a note from the U.S. Treasury, as emphatic and explicit as a contract, as permanent as a tattoo? Not only would it save you from needing to use the reassurances that other, less scrupulous people must engage in, it will make you a better person. Will it, though? We are all human, and I find from time to time that maybe sometimes we tell little white lies to, if we know that the truth is going to hurt somebody. It's really hard to be honest all the time. I mean, if you care about a person, you don't want to hurt another person. We are emotional creatures, emotional beings, and we're complicated. So it's tough. But for the most part, you shouldn't be lying about most shit. All right, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow.